Welcome to the Office of the Treasurer and Tax Collector's 2022 Annual Business Tax Returns video. This video provides a quick summary of the Gross Receipts Tax and Overpaid Executive Tax online return forms. Please review our online instructions and the Business Tax Code for detailed information. It's important to have all your business information available before you begin. The letter you received from our office has your 7-digit business account number and 8-character online PIN. The online PIN is formatted with both letters and numbers. You will also need the last 4 digits of your federal tax identification number. For sole proprietors, your federal tax ID is usually your Social Security number. To begin, go to our homepage at www.sftreasure.org. Look for and select the File 2022 Annual Business Tax Returns button to access the landing page. The landing page contains important information, including the instructions and a link to enter the filing. When you're ready, enter the filing by clicking the File Your Annual Business Tax Returns 2022 button. Enter your 7-digit business account number, the last 4 digits of your federal tax ID, and your 8-character online PIN. Then click on Login. Filing questionnaire. Once you've entered the filing, you'll see your business account number and links to the instructions, technical assistance, and a link to exit the filing. On the bottom of the screen will be buttons to navigate forward and back. The filing begins with a filing questionnaire. There are 4 initial questions, which will help determine which returns you will have the option to file. Based on your answers to the initial 4 questions, more questions may appear. You must answer all questions in order to continue. The questions answered in this video are for demonstration purposes only. Remember to answer all your questions according to your business. The first question: did you and any related entities have taxable business personal property in San Francisco in tax year 2022? Select yes or no to answer. Question 2 asks the average number of employees per week, including those employed outside of San Francisco. Question 3 asks number of San Francisco employees. Enter the number of San Francisco employees as of the last day of 2022. Question 4 asks, are you filing as a lessor of residential real estate, i.e. residential landlord? See instructions if you have additional business activities. Select yes or no to answer. Question 5 asks, are you claiming a tax credit or exclusion? The city offers tax credits and exclusions for businesses that meet specific requirements. However, most credits and exclusions require prior qualifications and do not apply to most taxpayers. Select yes or no to answer. Question 6 asks, are you filing on behalf of a combined group or related entities, or are you an entity that was part of a combined group for any portion of the tax year, even if you are filing this return as a separate entity? Please refer to the instructions to determine if you're filing as a combined group. Most businesses do not have related entities or members and will answer no to this question. However, if you select yes, you'll be prompted to enter information on behalf of all the members of the group. Question 7 asks, do you have commercial rent receipts to report. Please note this includes subleases. See instructions for additional information. The commercial rents tax generally applies to businesses leasing commercial space in the city. This question identifies businesses that may owe commercial rents tax. You may not be subject to the commercial rents tax. For more information on who must file and pay these taxes, visit the Business Taxes section of our website. Select yes or no to answer. Question 8 asks, did this business and any related entities as defined in Code Section 953.8C employ over 1,000 full-time or part-time people in the United States as of 12/31/2022? Select yes or no to answer. When you're ready, select Save and Continue. On this page, you will see the tax returns available for you to file. The filing menu page is where you can choose to file all applicable taxes at the same time, or you can choose to file each tax independently during different sessions. If you are a gross receipts tax filer, you will see 2 lines. One for the gross receipts tax, overpaid executive tax, and homelessness gross receipts tax returns, and one for business communications. If you have not yet filed a tax, you will see a File button. Click the File button to begin your return. If you have started but not submitted a return for a tax, you will see a Continue Filing button. Click this button to continue your return. If you have already submitted a return for a tax, you will see an Amend button. Click this button to amend a previously filed return. You will also see a View Prior Submission link in this case. Clicking this link will open an HTML of your most recent filed return. Click File for Business Communications to provide or update contact information in order to receive communications related to health orders, disasters, as well as grant and loan opportunities. For purposes of this video, I will select to file the gross receipts tax return and the overpaid executive tax return. Throughout the return, if you need help to answer any question, click on the I button to open detailed instructions. Check the box for each applicable business activity in which you engaged in 2022. Most activities are categorized by their 2012 North American Industry Classification System code. When you're ready, select Save and Continue. If you selected any accommodations and/or real estate rental and leasing services as your business activity or activities, you will not see this page. If you selected any other business activities and you have gross receipts from in and outside of San Francisco, your San Francisco gross receipts will be determined at least in part by apportionment. Select yes or no to answer. If you marked yes, then select the Save and Continue button. If you mark no, to calculate your apportionment percentage, enter your total payroll expense within and outside of San Francisco. Then enter your San Francisco payroll expense. Select Save and Continue. This worksheet will display columns to help calculate your San Francisco gross receipts. See our instructions for additional information on relevant code sections. For lines 1 through 9, enter your gross receipts for the business activity. Enter the amounts only once, even if they qualify in more than one of lines 1 through 9. Government grants are not considered to be gross receipts for purposes of the city's gross receipts tax. For lines 10 through 16, enter any exclusions from your total gross receipts for that business activity. For some of these questions, the online form will require you to provide details. Enter the details by clicking the blue button. Businesses that select construction as their business activity may reduce their San Francisco gross receipts by amounts paid to subcontractors. For construction, the online form will require you to enter details for the subcontractor, including the business account number, project location, and payment information. You will also have the option of uploading a spreadsheet with this information. Refer to the instructions for additional information on this deduction. When you're ready, select Save and Continue. This next page summarizes your San Francisco gross receipts based on your entries on the prior pages for each business activity. You may have multiple rows of gross receipts if you have multiple business activities. Line A totals the gross receipts for all your business activities. Select Save and Continue. This page summarizes the gross receipts tax and tax rate attributable to each of your business activities. Line F totals the gross receipts tax before credits for all business activities. When you're ready, select Save and Continue. Overpaid executive tax return. The overpaid executive tax was approved by San Francisco voters in 2022. Generally, it imposes additional gross receipts tax on businesses in which the highest paid managerial employee within or outside of San Francisco earns more than 100 times the median compensation of employees based in San Francisco. There are 4 lines for you to enter information as part of the overpaid executive tax return. Based on the information you provide in these lines, the form will calculate the executive pay ratio and any overpaid executive tax due. You must enter information into lines 1 and 3 to continue. Refer to the instructions for more information and a link to a video explaining the terms listed here. Line 1, compensation of highest paid managerial employee. Enter the compensation of the highest paid managerial employee. The highest paid managerial employee does not need to be based in San Francisco for the tax year. Line 2, enter the job title for the highest paid managerial employee. Line 3, enter the median annual compensation of employees based in San Francisco for the tax year. Line 4, enter the job title of the median employee. On line 5, the form will calculate the executive pay ratio based on your entries. On line 6, the form will calculate your tax rate based on your entries. Line 7 will show your San Francisco taxable gross receipts based on your earlier entries. And line 8 will calculate your overpaid executive tax. When you're complete, select Save and Continue. This page provides a summary of all your tax liabilities. There is an option to designate up to 5.9% of your tax liability to the Community Challenge Grant Program by clicking the box. This designation does not increase your tax liability. Read the taxpayer statement and finalize your filing by entering your name and contact information. The email address you enter will receive a copy of the return. When you are ready to submit your filing, select the Submit button. Once the confirmation screen appears, the return is submitted. Remember that you may be required to file other taxes as well. Click Continue to proceed. Next, you will see a courtesy calculation page. We are providing a courtesy calculation page for each tax you file. This page will show your principal and the sum of the estimated payments made in prior quarters. If you are filing late, it will also calculate any late filing, late payment, and interest calculations. The calculations displayed will not include recent payments or payments made to other annual business tax types. Click Continue to proceed. You may also print this page for your records. You will then return to the tax return menu, where you will see additional tax returns that may be available for you to file. You are responsible for determining which of the additional taxes you are required to file and pay. Once you are finished filing all required returns, you are ready to click Proceed to Pay. Congratulations, you have now filed your 2022 gross receipts tax and overpaid executive tax returns. Thank you for taking the time to learn about filing your returns.